Let's talk about Doomsday. Apparently, there's a Spider-Man actor that confirms that he's not returning, but that somebody else might. So this comic book movie reporting again, Mark Cassidy this time. Earlier today, the Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man No Way Home star Andrew Garfield said fans would just have to wait and find out if he returns for Secret Wars. But the actor was a lot more to the point when asked about Doomsday. Garfield was answering fan questions during his video interview with GQ and was asked if he would appear in next year's MCU event film. No, unequivocally fucking no. Denials don't get much more definitive than that, although we're sure some still won't believe him. We haven't forgotten those No Way Home denials, Andrew. The actor was also asked who would win in a fight between his Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's, and Tom Holland's, and he declined to have any fun with his response. He said, "We wouldn't fight. We're friends." Surprised he didn't say we're brothers. The Amazing Spider-Man may not swing by for Doomsday, but what about the original big screen take on the iconic Marvel Comics hero? Scooper My Time to Shine Hello has hinted that we may see Tobey Maguire in the movie. No. Tobey, on the other hand, there's been some chatter about Sam Raimi potentially returning to direct his Spider-Man 4 with Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. So this wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility. We also heard that Doomsday will feature a number of surprise cameos. Doomsday and Secret Wars were hit with significant delays, December of 26 and 27 respectively. Both movies directed by the Russos, who were known for Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. And then that's just them talking about, we've talked about that ad nauseum as far as how they feel about their movie coming out. So, yeah, you hear that. I mean, what are you feeling? I feel like, in all honesty, we don't need to see like the Spider-Man in this. If you want to do it in Secret Wars, I think that's totally fine. But based on it doesn't feel like we're at Battle World yet, I don't think that would make sense to see them. But what are you thinking, Chris?
I mean, do I need to see the hottest Spider-Man? No. Do I wanna? That's a different question.
Go watch his new movie. Leave
his
Spider-Man alone.
That's fair. Also, if you guys haven't seen that interview with him talking about the glasses moment, I'm just being like, no, it's my stigmatism. It's really great. It's a really wonderful breakdown.
I haven't seen that.
It's so funny. There's I'm trying to Sesame Street my language, so I can't quote it, but it's a really great little interview. I love it so much.
Sesame Street my language. That's well done.
It's just I'm fighting all of my instincts to not swear. But okay, Andrew Garfield is why I started saying on the internet that I don't trust or love anyone, because his whole like, no, I'm not in the Spider-Man movie. No, I'm not in the Spider-Man movie. And then obviously he was in the Spider-Man movie. This one, he does seem a little bit more adamant. And I do think Tobey showing up maybe makes a little bit more sense. I feel like what we want from our Spider-Man, our ultimate Spider-Man, if you will. I think we don't want him in this story necessarily. I do want to see that world he talked about where he stopped pulling his punches and all of that. Mm-hmm. And I think Tobey's Spider-Man deserves like a really wonderful battle world moment. Not to say that Andrews doesn't. I would like, again, closure with that Spider-Man too. But I feel like having all of the Spider-Men would be a little distracting in this film.
I think so.
I do like the idea of it. And I don't trust that anyone isn't in this movie at this point. But I feel like Tobey, especially with the Sam Raimi tie-in and everything, makes a little bit more sense. And truly, it's just more so because the things we set up Andrew's Spider-Man for, I feel like that kind of deserves more attention paid to it than being in a big ensemble piece, as opposed to giving Tobey Maguire, a great ensemble moment with people. He got his trilogy. He also got to be in No Way Home, and he did a really, really excellent job in all of those. I think he is the Spider-Man that makes the most sense to be in this particular cast with this particular story.
I agree, and I think if you are going to end up with all the Spider-Man and anything else, I think what you end up having instead is a reverse snap moment. So where if something happens where the universe gets blinked out, the reverse snap moment is like the last, like the way that we got to the end of Across the Spider-Verse, where you saw Miles see Prowler version of himself, and we kind of ended there. if what you end up happening is like, we have to stop Doom. Oh no, the universe or whatever. Not that cheesy, but like then they wake up and it's if we're following Thor and Doctor Strange and like what happened? Did we get that? And then all of a sudden you go, oh my God, Earth is gone. Like, did anybody survive? And then we start seeing faces. If that's kind of what's happening, it's like, and you see the Spider-Man and you see Gambit and you see all these random people and they go, I think we're somewhere else. Or if you get the reveal of what Battle World looks like where Doom is in charge. And so if the opening of it is seeing the different worlds, you see Hulkville, you see the Thor battalion, all that kind of stuff. If that's what we're seeing, sure. But I do not think that the Spider-Man need to be front and center here. I think that would 1,000% be a distraction. But that's me. I think I'm on the same page with you, and we're curious what y'all think, man. Are you like, nah, give me more Andrew Garfield and more Tobey Maguire all the time, always? Or do you kind of agree, you know what, let's focus on the other story that we got going on right now, and we will eventually get to it. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we're going to pivot. We were going to do our ranking of the animated shows, but this story just came out, and it is too bizarre to not talk about. So I'm calling an audible here, and Chris doesn't even know. So we're gonna go on a ride here for a second.
I always love getting new boots, and Brunt, man, sent me some great ones. They sent me these boots called the Marin. Man, they're so comfortable. I like the way I look at them. I couldn't believe how comfortable they were, and right out of the box. Sometimes you gotta wear them in. It was like just fit like a glove, as they say. To me, a lot of times I'm wearing these boots and I'm like, okay, I've been wearing them for a month, I'm wearing them 2 months, put these on right away. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. So Brunt really stands behind what they make. You can wear them to work, and if they're not right for you, you send them back. I don't know any other brand that's doing that. It's a company that believes in their product. It's really the most comfortable boots that I think that I've ever worn. They're comfortable, as I said, right out of the box. There's no long, painful breaks. They're the best. Brunt was tired of the workwear brands out there cutting corners. You work too hard to be stuck in uncomfortable boots that don't hold up, so they built something better. Boots that are insanely comfortable and built for any job site. For a limited time, our listeners will get that $10 off at Brunt. You got to use the code Christian at checkout. Head to bruntworkwear.com, use the code Christian, and you're good to go. After you're going to order that one, they're going to ask you, they're going to say, where'd you hear about Brunt? Do us a favor and tell them it was from this show.